Okay, for this next walkthrough, what I want to do is I'm going to open up Wireshark Sessions for the other interfaces. So on 9K3, I'm going to come over here at Capture, and I'm going to capture off of Ethernet 1, 2. That's the one going to the other leaf. Drag that down, put it here. Actually, I'll drag it over because I still need to grab the other device. And I'm going to actually do the same thing, only I'm going to grab 1, 1 on 9K4. And then I'll organize these. Okay, so that's 9K4. I need 9K11 for 3, and I need 9K12. And then over here, we'll just put them like for like. So 1, 1 on the top, and we will take a look at the bottom. So right now, these guys are not all looking just specifically at PIM. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to filter on PIM and filter on PIM. Sometimes you got to click it more than once. So what we see here is we have the config. Now, looking at what's going on, you'll notice that we have the PIM register message and the register stop. So that tells me that 9K3, or what we would refer to as spine 201, is actually acting as the RP for this specific traffic flow. But if we look at the output on each of these other devices, what we should see is we should see a PIM register that's coming through. So as an example, we have a PIM register right here. And over here we have a PIM register. Now what I want to do is I want to look at the PIM register configuration. So I'm just going to highlight it. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this one. And this is on 9K4. And let me see if we can bore into this. So notice right now it is coming from 10.1.200.201 and it is going to 10.1.200.202. So that's the unique address for spine 201 and the unique address for spine 202. So it's coming from 201 going to 202, and if we take a look at the configuration under the protocol configs and we look under the PIM options, notice what we're seeing here is it's basically just a registration, and we can see that we also have another header information that is integrated inside of this particular packet. So together, what's happening in this instance is we're actually looking at the communication coming from 202 going to 201 with regard to the way the header information. So source from 10.1.200.201 destined to 10.1.200.202. And if we were to take a look at this from the perspective of one of the leaves, we would actually see it transit. So if I close that out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just exit out of these guys, and I want to see it actually leaving one of the other devices. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here to a leaf. I'll allow. Actually, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to do a packet capture. So we'll right click and we'll say capture, and what I want to do is I want to look at traffic coming in or out of 1, 2. So Ethernet 1, 2. Let's see if we can see it going out towards 201. It'll show up as a, when I come in and say PIM, we should see a register message. So what's happening is the device that is the rendezvous point in our topology is actually sending a register message to the other devices, and there it is. And notice it's sourced from 10.1.100.101 destined to 239.999, but if I look inside of the packet, what we see here is it's sourced actually from the unicast address of 10.1.200.201 and destined to 10.1.200.202. And looking at the configuration here, I'm looking at it in reverse. So this is on 9K21, and it's coming from 101, and it's going all the way over to leaf 102 and down to spine 202. So I keep getting these mixed up as far as who's what. So in this scenario, this guy should be the PIM register and join, so he should be the RP. So if I come in and look at Ethernet 1 on 9K3, which is going to be spine 201, we should see both the registers and the joins, and the stop, excuse me. So I see the register and the stop. So there's the stop. So I tell 9K1 to stop, and then what I do is I notify all of the other devices that are part of the set, that are part of the Anycast RP set, and what they're going to do is they're actually going to get updated, and that's how we get those S, G entries in the corresponding tables. Now the last thing that I want to highlight here is I want to highlight what actually goes into the tunnel. So in order to do that, I'm going to go to Leaf 102, I'm going to turn the NVE interface on, and what I want to do is I want to look at a Wireshark capture of VXLAN traffic. That's interesting in its own right, and we're going to see how it works and how it functions, and ultimately we're going to see the ARP traffic and any of the other layer 2 bum traffic that we're going to be dealing with. So I'll see you guys in that video, and we'll wrap up this particular module as it relates to multi-destination underlays using the Anycast RP method. In the next video series, we're going to be focusing on bidirectional PIM using Phantom RP. So I'll see you guys for the VXLAN tunnel demonstration, and then from there, what we'll do is we'll be closing this module.